Hello. We're going to look at today, why do we believe? For this reason, I also suffered these things. But I am not ashamed, for I am persuaded, for I know whom I have believed, and I am convinced that is able to guard what I have entrusted to him until that day. 2 Timothy 1:12. Why do we believe what we believe? What are our beliefs based on? Do we believe only because of who told us? Many of us who grew up in the church have come up with beliefs that we accept as truth. We have accepted doctrine as scripture, which may not be as concrete on scripture as what we thought. We may we may believe some things that have been repeated often because they have been repeated often. Have we ever taken the time to dig into these beliefs? I'm not talking about foundational beliefs of faith, the doctrine of the fall, the incarnation of Jesus, the sinless life, the death, burial, and resurrection, nor the second advent of Christ. These are doctrines of these are doctrines we cannot question, but there are doctrines of church government that are less concrete, more interpretational. We must not question as to change fundamental doctrine, but our doctrines must be anchored in Scripture, not men's teaching. Do we take at face value what we are told regarding these less foundational doctrines? There are doctrines of man that we tend to follow. They may be how we see the church government organization structured. They may be activities or dress or outward adornment. You may be saying at this point, whoa, bro, stop, brother. Are you being heretical? You may be very uncomfortable with where you think I'm headed. If you feel this way, ask yourself why you feel this way. I'm not saying any of these things are wrong or right. I'm also not saying we necessarily need to drop any of these practices. But my question again is to ask ourselves why we believe what we believe. We need to have a solid scriptural basis for what we believe. It may be okay to continue these practices even if we find them less collaborated by the scripture, as long as they don't contradict the scriptures. Why is it important to know not only what we believe, but also why we believe it? I use one belief that was taught either directly or indirectly for years in some church circles, and it's still taught. I'm talking about the teaching about inequity and mixing of the races. This is an example of something taught in churches that is not only bad doctrine, it is directly contrary to Scripture. It is teaching that needs to stop. Can you think of other beliefs that are taught that may be questionable? Should we be afraid to question what we believe? Is our faith based on teachings of men or on a relationship with the man? Please feel free to add your comments below and share this devotional. Thank you.